Southgate School. Very sorry that we're not able to meet in person. This is just something to tell you a little bit about the school you're coming to and to maybe reassure you about what lies ahead. It's a time when, of course, lots of young people are a little bit nervous about going to a new school, which is probably a lot bigger than one you're used to. So our year groups, we have 250 students in each year group. That can be daunting, especially when the site is so big. But actually, what we see is that it's an opportunity for young people to make new friends, and you will make new friends. It doesn't take long for young people to find their way around the school to new classrooms, new teachers. And actually, it's a time when you should be optimistic and excited about coming to a new school. It's been so long, I'd imagine, for so many of you, since you were actually in a school. So it might seem rather strange going back, let alone to a brand new school. But don't worry about that, because this is a new experience for you, I understand, but for us it's something we do every year. And we're really experienced at making young people feel welcome, feel safe, and reassuring you about the whole process. So when you join us on the 4th of September, which isn't that far away now, don't worry, we've got it all planned. You will have a good day, you will understand the school, our expectations, and you'll start to feel at home. Now, I dare say that there's some of you who are a bit worried about the amount of learning that you've missed, and maybe there are others who haven't worked quite as hard as they should have done. Well, don't worry too much, because summer terms are strange affairs. Either you've got exams, or you're preparing for exams, or you've got school trips, so maybe the new learning isn't quite as much as you might imagine. Plus, we've got sample lessons online. There's detail about that from Miss Douglas to tell you how to access them on our website. But you can have a look at those sample lessons and you can see how we teach here. It's not a load of work, there's no homework, we just say, come and have a look, see what goes on. And that will help you adjust and know what to expect. The other thing to say is that what we are really, really good at doing is closing gaps. So we firmly believe that your background should not determine your future. It doesn't matter if you're born into a lot of money or if you're born into a family which doesn't have a lot of money. What we're concerned about is you fulfilling your potential and more. So if you're coming to school in September, you think, oh my goodness, I'm a bit behind with my learning, I don't understand things. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because we will help you. You're here to learn. Of course you're going to make mistakes. Everybody does, even me. So it's just about you coming here, and if you're ready to learn, if you've got a positive mental attitude about your learning, you're going to have a great time here. So look, very short PowerPoint to follow this. I hope it's of some help to you, gives you a few ideas about what we are about, and I really look forward to meeting you all in September. Take care. One of the best things we ever did as a school was to join the Middlesex Learning Trust, because it means we work really closely with another fantastic school, a school called the Compton in Barnet, and we work together to solve problems, to share experience, to share best practice. It's just a fantastic experience and it's a really strong trust. And what I want to do in the next few slides is just talk to you a little bit about our DNA, the thing that permeates both schools in our pursuit of excellence for all. And I want to talk to you also a little bit about expectations, what you can expect from us and what we will expect from you. I hope that in our DNA you can see the passion that we feel for what we do. It's all about unleashing the potential of all young people who come here, about making sure they make the progress that they're capable of, but actually that they even go beyond that they surprise themselves with just how good they can be. We really are serious about being excellent in everything that we do. We foster positive relationships. We've got 1,500 students here. Sometimes those relationships aren't as good as they could be, but we work at it. We are here for the long haul. As I say, we are determined to do right by our students. We want to work with parents to ensure that students fulfil their potential. These days, finance is hard to come by. It's difficult to keep the school looking quite as we'd want it to, but I think you'd be impressed with how light and airy it is, about how well painted it is, well maintained, and the displays around the corridors. We really do believe that the environment matters. We want young people to look forward to coming to school, and as you'll see later on in this presentation, I think we do that. And finally, we're an outward-facing organisation, which means that we're not just navel-gazing all the time. As I've already said, we work close with the Compton School, but we work with other Enfield schools, we work with national organisations, we share what we're good at and we learn from others. So this is what we will do for you. We demand incredibly high standards from everyone who works here. We employ the best staff. So the significance of that, as I said at open evening, is that it means you will go from one really strong lesson to another. It doesn't mean that you can have the variety between teachers that you might in some schools. And we're really lucky to be able to say that, because recruiting teachers these days is not easy. I've already said that we're determined to ensure that your child gets best possible results and maybe a little bit more. And we'll do that because we're an inclusive school, we're a welcoming school, children genuinely are happy here. There is a culture of mutual respect, and we really do have some of the strongest relationships between staff and students in any Enfield school. We work constantly to improve our school with new facilities and the best resources. I guess every head teacher would say the same that, but I am absolutely confident when I say that the relationships between our staff and our students, as well as our expectations, make us unique. But expectations is a two-way process, so don't come here thinking we're going to spoon feed you, mollycoddle you, and just make it totally easy for you. Of course we want you to be happy and safe, but actually we expect things from you students in return. And one of those is that you bring the right equipment and you turn up to lessons ready and willing to learn. We're not into people who disrupt others' learning. I do come down hard on that. We want students to have fun, a break time, to meet their friends, to socialise, but in lessons is bash, heads down, and let's focus on what we're doing. Let's learn, let's improve ourselves, let's improve our life chances. Home learning tasks, we want them taken seriously, handed in on time. And expectations is not just about work, it's about uniform, how you wear the uniform, which tells us a lot about how you're feeling about school and your attitude to work. Punctuality, really good habit to start forming young, because when you go into the world of work, if you're late, you won't keep your job for long. And respect, I've already mentioned that. There really is a strong culture here of mutual respect between staff and students, and that's not just teaching staff, it's support staff. Support staff are absolutely crucial to the success of our school. We expect students to treat support staff with every bit as much respect as they would do teachers. And finally, I suppose it's obvious, but it should be said that students need to work hard to be the best that they can be. We have two pathways in school. Most of you, the vast majority of you, will be on the Hadley pathway. Nothing particularly remarkable about this, probably what you'd expect. 4 hours of MFL, 4 hours of geography, 4 hours of history across a fortnight. It's fairly straightforward. However, there are a small number of students who just need a little bit of support to play catch up before they just rejoin the full body of students, and they follow a slightly different pathway in the Oakwood pathway, and their timetable has no MFL, but instead it has additional hours of literacy and additional hours of maths. We've got a fantastic maths teacher to help you, and we've got our assistant head teacher who's also in charge of the SND department to work with you on your literacy. Look, it's just about supporting you, play catch up, and once you're up to where you need to be, then you will rejoin the main timetable. Again, absolutely nothing to worry about. It's just getting you to the point that you need to be at. Now, it's all very well me telling you that everybody looks forward to coming to our school. Of course I'd say that. I'd tell you that every child is happy every day and they love their learning. But actually, this quote comes from Ofsted and their report from October 2019. This is what the students told them. I'm not going to read it to you. You can read it at your own leisure. But it's fantastic for any school to have students saying, there is never a day that I don't want to come to school. And I think overwhelmingly, that is true. And I think that is the case. Our attendance figures are way above national, which is a testament, I suppose, to the fact that students do look forward to coming to school. They do enjoy their time with us. So take heart from that. Be positive, because, as I say, you know, all that I've told you so far about students being happy here, about learning here, about making lots of friends, about having a good time, here you are. The students are telling you that themselves. In some ways, I suppose these are rather disturbing photos to end with, but it makes the point. The point is this: a young elephant chained to a tree trunk will pull and pull and will finally realise that it's just not strong enough to uproot the tree and to run free. And that memory that it can't do something will stay with it even when it is an adult. So that as an adult, it could quite easily snap the rope that binds it to the tree trunk and quite easily escape. But it chooses not to, because its mind is set. Its mind believes it cannot do this. It cannot do something. And what we do at Southgate School, we challenge those self-limiting beliefs. So all those young people who come to say, oh, I can't do this, I'm not very good at that, we say, yet. You're not very good yet, because you're here to learn. And you will make mistakes, and you will get it wrong, and there will be times where you feel, oh my goodness, I can't do it. But we build resilience and a belief that actually, oh yes, you can do it. We challenge self-limiting beliefs. So look, if you've made it through this far listening to me and my voiceovers, well done and thank you. I can't wait to see you in September. It will be fantastic. Do take care over the summer, and as I said, I look forward to welcoming you to your new school very soon. Thank you.